So ladies and gentlemen, now it's a real pleasure and an honour to present the IDFR 2023 Special Recognitions, also known in the group as the Oscars of Remittances. So today, IFAD is offering the IDFR Recognition 2023 to two African central banks, Kenya and the Gambia, which have demonstrated strong commitment and leadership in the promotion of remittances in their countries, and in doing so are an example to the entire continent. We're very privileged that the central bank representatives are here with us today. Dr. Patrick Njoroge, Governor of the Central Bank of Kenya, and Mr. Abdou Cissé, Director of FinTech of the Central Bank of the Gambia. So if I could first invite Dr. Patrick Njoroge to come on up. Patrick, please. So, through the International Day of Family Remittances recognition, the International Fund for Agricultural Development would like to acknowledge the Central Bank of Kenya for its commitment and leadership in the promotion of remittances as a development driver for the Kenyan economy and for the well-being of its people. We would like to recognise the Central Bank of Kenya's strong efforts and achievements in generating and disseminating strategic remittances data with high market and socio-economic value. Disaggregated data on inbound remittance flows is demonstrated to be essential in informing public policies and incentivising private sector agents to expand new markets and spur innovation. We also commend the Central Bank of Kenya for the periodic release of FinAccess survey. These regular surveys contribute key information about access to financial services that lead to the strengthening of financial inclusion in Kenya. Along with the 2021 Diaspora Remittances Survey implemented by the Government of Kenya that enables data on remittances, inflows and Kenya diaspora investments, the Central Bank of Kenya strengthens its long-term commitment to promoting financial inclusion. This IDFR recognition also acknowledges the Central Bank of Kenya's sustained efforts towards the modernisation of Kenya's payment system and infrastructure. In line with its vision of being a world-class modern central bank, and also in line with a broader government plan to support Kenya's digital transformation and inclusive growth agenda. This infrastructure is essential towards fostering and promoting digital remittances services, particularly among vulnerable people, as echoed in the IDFR Campaign 23-24. So with this recognition, we also congratulate the Central Bank of Kenya for its concerted efforts to enhance the impact of remittances in Kenya and being an example to the rest of Africa, thus benefiting not only the remittances ecosystem, but also remittance families and their communities. Patrick, if you may come on up, please. So, if I could now invite Mr. Abdou Cissé up on stage. Abdou, if you'd like to, please. So, through the International Day of Remittances, the International Fund of Agricultural Development would like to acknowledge the Central Bank of Gambia for its commitment to support the development of the national remittances market. Over the past years, the measures taken by the Central Bank of Gambia have helped formalise remittance flows and bring official figures to US $712 million in 2022 from $270 million in 2018. Coupled with these measures, the Central Bank of Gambia has also pioneered the key linkage between remittances and financial services within their 2022 National Financial Inclusion Strategy, which aims at including 70% of the Gambian population by 2025. By recognizing the developmental role of remittances and their potential for advancing financial inclusion, as well as by reducing the over-reliance on informal financial products, the Central Bank of Gambia advances in the achievement of sustainable development goals, including poverty eradication and inclusive growth. Finally, the Central Bank of Gambia is also commended for advancing on key infrastructure such as strengthening the Gambia National Switch, GAM Switch. This will open the path to further digital financial services linked to remittances, widen access to digital financial services, and strengthen the payment connections for peer-to-peer and government-to-peer digital transactions. All these efforts are crucial to unlock the developmental potential of remittances in the Gambian economy. With this recognition, we congratulate the Central Bank of Gambia for its concerted efforts to enhance the impact of remittances, not only in the Gambia, benefiting the remittances ecosystem, but also the remittance families and their communities. So please, Abdu, if you would step forward. And if I may now, Patrick, if you would like to say a few words, and then Abdu, if you'd like to say a few words afterwards. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you very much, colleagues. I'm touched by this award, and coming, of course, on the final day of the event, and indeed the International Day for Family Remittances. It underscores our commitment in terms of developing the channels and that will bring back, let's say, the strengths from our diaspora. We have only begun to scratch the surface. It's true, we've made a lot of progress on the digital side and on the channels. But I think most of the work is being done on the data side. We've learned a lot. And this really underscores our commitment to be a data-driven central bank. So in terms of our decisions. And this is something that I think we are beginning to reap the fruits in the space of remittances. So the award, I think, I must dedicate it to my staff, the staff of the Central Bank of Kenya that have worked all these years and truly have been remarkable. It doesn't escape me that actually today is my last day as the governor of the Central Bank of Kenya. So, thank you. Thank you very much. So this award is really very sweet. And again, I dedicate it to my exceptional staff. Thank you very much.
Abdu, if you'd like to come forward.
Good morning to everyone. I'm accepting this reward on behalf of the Governor Sadi of the Central Bank of the Gambia and the staff of all the Central Bank. I'd also wanted to thank IFAD, GK Partners, the World Bank, IMF, and all the partners that we've worked with over the years. I'm really excited to be here today and just to be recognized of all the hard work we've done over the years. But I also want to say thank you to accept and also recognize the diaspora of all the contribution they've been doing over the years. And I think some of the numbers that we came out with in terms of collecting data, we've came to find out that it's at least nothing less than 40% of GDP. So I think the Gambia government continues to recognize the diaspora, and we've even gone ahead to set up a directorate for the remittance, so directorate for the diaspora. And we'll continue to work ahead and do everything we can, and also want to say thank you to all the stakeholders in the remittance space back home. Thank you.
It would be great if we could have a family photo with everyone on stage first, and then I'll introduce the next section.